Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Butler with Coldwell Banker Richwill Realty, and today I'm right over here in Hamilton Bluff. Early bird get the worms, and I'll just go ahead and give you guys a little tour in this specific neighborhood here that they're building on top of the Lake Wells Ridge. For the people that's familiar with Book County, right now let me just show you guys a little tour of this neighborhood, just so you guys can know exactly where I'm at. Now, this community here, it's Hamilton Bluff. There's a lot of builders here, as you guys can see. We got the dark blue, we got the light blue, which is the Lennar, and we have DRB here. And then in this community, they are planning on building over 500 homes. So there's basically a home for everybody here. Now, as a realtor, where I do come handy is making this transaction way smooth and way more accessible for the people that have certain difficulties when it comes to what kind of home they should be getting or what kind of incentive that the builders are giving. Then that will be my duty to help you guys to make sure that transaction goes full and complete. Now, regarding home prices, so I know a lot of people be asking, they be, hey man, home seems like to be going up. Yes, home are still going up, because as more people think the 25 pips drop was gonna help the market, there's still people out there that was waiting for the market to collapse. I don't know what collapsing they think about, but the market is basically leveling out. And with that being said, is when it comes to the home prices, this seems kind of level out and kind of more steady. And when it comes to the perks as well that the builders are giving, they started to taking most of those perks away. So now not only the homes are become more pricier, but the incentive that builder was giving 4 or 5 months ago, they're not giving those incentives anymore. So not only is it become a little bit harder for certain people to get home, but at the same time too, it gives people that have the job, the income stability, more options to get the home that they really need, because the market is kind of saturated and less crowded. Now, in this specific neighborhood, they're planning on building until 2027. Now, they still have a lot of time. They still have a lot of incentives that will be given later on. But as of for now, things are slowly dying out. But that doesn't mean that if you can afford a home, for you to not get a home. Because the people who waited since 2019, these are the same people that's still waiting right now, and they're still on that whole closed circle where they still won't be able to buy a home. Now, this is most of the 3 major builders they got here. And as you guys can see here, there's a variety of homes and a variety of perks. Now, look at this. This is what's happening now in most of the communities, because as you can see, he's giving $399, DRB is giving $399, and Lennar right now, they're giving like full closing costs and other perks. So these are the homes that's currently available in the market. And like I was saying, is a lot of people saying, oh, home are too expensive. But what most people fail to understand is home are still being sold. That means when you are speculating, when you are thinking double-minded to be, hey, home are too expensive right now, I'm gonna sit down and wait. But guess what happened? You sit down and wait, and somebody come up and they just get your home, and then now you got to wait a little bit longer. And he who failed to prepare is preparing to fail, just like Sun Tzu said in the Art of War. That means if you currently have the job, you have the income, you have the credit, and the numbers make sense to you, as a realtor, I'll tell you to go ahead and execute. Because as time goes by, not only things gonna get a little bit more expensive, but it's gonna require a little bit more too to get those homes. Because for you guys that follow my channel, there's one neighborhood in Dundee they call Soul Vista, and I think about 2 weeks ago they were having home around like 250 to 60, and now the homes are gradually going back up. So now it all come to realization is you as a buyer, is this the right time for you? So if it's the right time for you, it doesn't if it's the right time for me, as long as you're gonna be the one that's living in the house, that's gonna be your home. That's gonna be your perks. So then that home should be your only one, your only priority. And as you guys can see here, these are the nice models they got here. You got the Columbus, you got the Georgia, you got that's the Atlanta, and all those homes right now. These are the homes that we'll be building in those specific lots. Because as average people start speculating about the market, the builders, they actually doing factual, like they double checking to make sure that the numbers and everything's come handy. And now me as a realtor, it's my job to basically expose you guys out of the comfort zone to say there's still options out there. As much as you think there's no options, there are still options. You just got to reach out to me, because I might be the only one with all the sauces, if you know what I mean. But as you guys can see, when I said we are on the top of a hill, that's the city of Dundee and going toward Haines City and Winter Haven. And 27 is only about half a mile from here. And we are on top of a ridge. That means beautiful sunset and beautiful sunrise. That's the perks. But another thing too that most people are asking, I think on my last video I mentioned it, was can you get a home in this current market without being a permanent resident or a green card holder or a U.S. citizen? Yes, you still can. The majority of builders right now, as long as you are legally to work here and you have a work permit, most builders, they will work out a conventional loan 5% down. Now, first come, first serves. And the requirement are still the same. Like if you would qualify for FHA, they still want the 2 years of employment, they still want the W-2s, they still want bank statement, and all those requirements are still the same. The only difference is you won't pay the 3.5%. You'll have to come up with a little bit more money because of regularities and how things are. And as you see here, those guys, early bird get the worms, they already here working. And that's another entrance of the neighborhood. And that's another builder down there. So I think so far we got 4 here. And each builder's got their perks, each builder's got their lot size, and each builder's got their pros and their cons. So that means you as a buyer, it's gonna be up to you to know what you are looking for, and you know if this current market is for you. Now, me as an agent, how can I come to your assistance? Now, when it comes to transaction, when it comes to actually moving here and buying a home, so that will be something that you reach out to me and then tell me exactly what's on your mind. What I mean by that is what kind of home that you are looking for? What is your budget? What kind of area are you looking for? Do you have any specification regarding school or certain requirements? These are the stuff that I will be asking in my questionnaire, just so we can get the home that you actually needed, and just so you could get the home that you will be living for the next couple of years or so forth. So now we're on the other part of the community here, and these homes are being built by this builder over there, which is Meritage Homes. And beautiful homes, beautiful roof line, and beautiful architectures. Now, is this a home for you? No, it's gonna be up to you now. Until you see the inside of it, or until you see the numbers, you'll never know. And that's when you kind of reach out to me. So if that is something that you're interested in, then we can get something going on here when it comes to the home that you really want. Now, a lot of people are asking, hey, is this the best time to jump in the market right now and get a home? My biggest question is, how much you paying in rent? Because if you're paying much more in rent and your mortgage can be much more less, then the common sense idea will be get a home. Because let's just, hypothetically speaking, let's just run some quick numbers right now. Somebody make roughly $60,000 a year. They roughly bring around 48 at home. And let's just say your mortgage is $2,000 a month, or your rent is $2,000 a month currently right now. So that means half of your actual money you bring home go directly into your rent. Now, let's just say you're planning on living your rental right now and you're planning on getting a home. Now, that $24,000 that you just gave away, you're basically walking away with nothing. But let's just say last year you bought a home and your mortgage was $2,000 a month. And then you pay $2,000. The same scenario. Right now, if you would have walked away, you would have walked away with some little money, because that money basically goes toward your own investment and your own self. So with that being said, it's what actually you're planning on doing and what actually is easy to do. So now it's understanding how much money you're making, how much money you're saving, and how much money you're actually spending. And once you understand that trio, then you can basically start thinking about getting a home. And when I said this community was big, as you guys see here, I've been working for a minute. I'm getting my step up. But let me show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys the availability that I have in this community. And as you guys can see here, almost this whole street right there, all the homes are available. And not counting all those lots. So with that being said, is the market slowing down? Yes. But is the market at a position right now for some people to get what they need? Yes. Is this market for everybody? No. Some people gonna still sit and wait, and that's okay. Now, just because they're willing to sit and wait, does that mean that you have to sit and wait as well? Not necessarily. I mean, if you can afford it, execute. If you cannot, well, you can always wait for the next opportunity and so forth. And that's the perks that this neighborhood currently have. And this is why I come here this morning. And basically, before everybody, all the construction workers come in, I was like, let me come in and give you guys a little tour, just so you know. If you think everywhere else is too pricey, if you think everywhere else is too luxurious, or it's getting in the higher end, now move a little bit further south and your problem will be solved. And as you guys know, my name is Butler of Coldwell Banker Richwill Realty, and today I'm right here in this beautiful neighborhood of Hamilton Bluff, and I'll see you guys next time. Carry on.